Hey, welcome back to Mocktails with Marina. I'm your host, Marina, and today we are diving back into the Department in a Box series. This is episode 2 out of 6, and today we're diving into something every non-alc bar, bottle shop, and third space desperately needs, but most founders wildly underestimate: your marketing department. Now, this is not the episode where I teach you how to run ads or make reels, but this is the episode where we talk about why marketing is a department, not a vibe, not a post, not a lucky streak, and why businesses crumble when this piece is missing from the operations standpoint, right? If you want all the templates, the structures, the SOPs, the calendars, the asset libraries, and the strategy frameworks, all of that lives inside the marketing department in a box. And you can absolutely get instant access to that using the link in this episode summary. So that's the how, but let's dive into the why and what you need to understand about marketing departments in general from the operations perspective in order to really build, scale, and double down on what's working with your business. So to begin, marketing is not posting. It's not just making an Instagram post or sending an email. This is your reputation system. Marketing in the non-alc world is very unique because you're not just selling a drink, you're selling an identity, safety, belonging, and curiosity. Yet, most founders still treat marketing like it's some sort of one-off task, like, I need to make a post for today, or I haven't talked about my menu in a while, or, ooh, let me film something quick. But the uncomfortable truth is that marketing is the only department that actually works 24/7, even when you're asleep. If you do it right, people show up already trusting you, already educated, already warmed up, and already ready to buy. If you do it wrong, you'll always feel like you're hustling for sales, convincing people or explaining the same thing 30 times a day. A good functioning marketing department should be your pipeline, your story engine, your credibility builder, your community magnet, your demand generator. It's literally the thing that keeps your business alive, even during the slow weeks. Now, that being said, the non-alcoholic space in general actually needs leaders, not just advertisers. So in traditional bars, you can get away with cool vibes and like a happy hour flyer, but in the non-alc space, that era is dead. We are an education-first industry. People need to be taught, like, for example, what is kava or what is any active functional ingredient? What does non-alc actually mean? Why do your drinks cost what they cost? How do people make an order? How are they supposed to feel? Why does this space matter? And why should they choose you instead of staying at home or making some other kind of juice mocktail? Right? Like, this cannot happen through random one-off posts. This only happens when marketing becomes a department with a mission, right? It needs to become a department that asks, what narrative are we leading? What does the community need to hear right now? How do we position ourselves as a third space? What are customers confused about? What story are we telling this quarter? If you want to be a leader in this industry, this department has to exist. Department, right? Not just you randomly posting, not just you randomly sending emails, but the actual operational department with standard operating procedures needs to exist. Even if it's just you running it at first, even if you don't have a team. The thing is, like, I get it, most founders do burn out on marketing when they're a one-man show. And most people hate marketing because they're all doing it from scratch, right? Like, they have no system, no templates, no repeating assets, no plan or customer journey or boundaries. And by the way, when I say templates, I'm not just saying like Canva templates. I'm saying your branded voice, your branded kits templates. Like, what is the strategy of the template, not the template itself, right? Because if you're doing any of these things from scratch, that's not marketing. That is absolutely chaos, just pretending to be strategy. And I would never make a bet on that. But once you treat this as a department, not just a to-do list item, all of a sudden everything changes. Because a real marketing department has a messaging guide, a story bank, an editorial calendar, a weekly non-negotiables list, repurposing pipelines, seasonal campaigns, brand assets, templates, community engagement SOPs, and a clear North Star, aka what do we want to be known for, right? When these are in place, marketing stops being a burden and it becomes a rhythm. Now, keeping all of this in mind, marketing is a long game, but it pays like a short game. Founders often get frustrated when a viral post doesn't bring sales, a month of effort doesn't lead to customers, a new ad maybe doesn't convert, regulars drop off and nobody new replaces them, right? That frustration is absolutely real, but it comes from misunderstanding how the department actually works. Marketing is cumulative. It stacks. It compounds. Think of it as like every piece of marketing is one brick in the building. If you stop halfway, you don't get a half building. You literally get rubble. But when you stay consistent, you wake up one day and realize that customers already trust you. Your DMs are warm. Foot traffic is steady. You're no longer explaining yourself, and your community starts to speak on your behalf. That is the power of a functioning marketing department. It makes your life easier, it builds the foundation for scaling, and it ensures that you never rely on a single platform, employee, or trend. So here's what you actually need to be focusing on. From a high-level perspective, if there's one takeaway, it's this. Your business becomes easier the moment your marketing becomes consistent. I'm not saying perfect or aesthetic or viral, but I'm saying consistent. If you can answer the following questions, then you're going to already be ahead. Okay? What am I known for? What do people come to me for? What pain point do I solve? Why do people choose my space? And what promise does my brand make every time someone interacts with us? If you cannot answer those questions yet, that is a marketing department problem, not a personal flaw. So here's a quick visioning exercise. I want you to ask yourself, if my marketing department was fully built tomorrow, how would my life feel? Would doors open? What stress would disappear? What would finally be easy? Because that's the entire purpose of a department in a box, to give you the foundation so that you can stop learning everything the hard way. If you're listening to this and realizing, okay, I definitely need a marketing department, then you are exactly who the marketing department in a box was built for. You get plug and play templates, quarterly campaign planners, messaging frameworks, brand clarity exercises, content system SOPs, at least the outline of it, and actual structure so you don't burn out. You can get instant access using the link in the episode summary. And next episode, we're going to be diving into a whole separate department, which I'm very excited for. Until then, I want you to stay focused, stay consistent, and keep building the third place your community needs. If you have any questions, send me an email, hello@marinamars.com. I'm absolutely here to help answer your questions and guide you in the right direction, because this is so important. It can truly be the game changer. It doesn't mean that you have to spend tens of thousands of dollars to make a difference right now. You can absolutely do something today in the matter of just a couple minutes and make huge strides in your business. So as always, if you need anything, just let me know.